Hello everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm super excited to have you watching this video. I am always excited to have you watching any of my videos. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you gimmicks on how to smartly secure your client's bill at the police station. So this gimmicks that I'll be sharing in this video can as well work for you at the EFCC, the DSS, any law enforcement agency that you want to secure anybody's bill. Okay, so my name is Mary. I'm a practicing lawyer in Nigeria, and on this channel, I share videos for laymen and for lawyers and law students, new weeks, and not everybody. Yeah. So in this video, as I've mentioned earlier, I'll be sharing gimmicks. Actually, there are no rules or procedures as to how to secure a client's bill at the police, AFCC, DSS. Are actually gimmicks. These are things I've been using, ways I've been doing my thing, and I've been getting what I want, like I've been getting results. Okay. So according to Section 35 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, everybody actually have this right or freedom to liberty. Although there are exemptions to this general rule of rights or freedom to liberty, as we all know as lawyers, and I believe some other persons who are not lawyers also aware. So when there is a capital offense, it may be difficult for you to get bail at the police. So it is sometimes you have to go to wait till when the person is being arraigned before the courts and apply for the bail. So when we talk about the police bail, you know it will be pending arraignment. When the person is being arraigned in courts, you have to apply for another bail, or you plead with the court that the bail should be subsisting. That is, the bail that has been granted at the police station should be subsisting. And as I've mentioned earlier, these gimmicks can work for any law enforcement agency. And also, do not forget, these are just my own gimmicks. Don't say it out there like, there are procedure before you can. No, there are no procedure. Or let me say there are procedure, but not a stringent ones, a stringent one. Okay. So the first is you need to approach the IPO. Okay, so when you see your clients or when you're being called, just ask which station and what is the name of the IPO in charge at the department. So when you get there, go to meet the IPO. Before I start with the gimmicks, let me say something. You need to be diplomatic. It is very important. See, many of those law enforcement agencies, many of them, with due respect to them, they don't know the law. And I am of the opinion, I do tell a lot of my colleagues that I am of the opinion that many of these agencies, they should have a legal department that will centralize them on the laws, like at least basic laws that affect their job descriptions or description. Okay, because you see many of them, like it has been happening, it is so rampant now that you see a law enforcement agency agent arresting someone over to recover debt or breach of contract and all of that, which is not within their job description. It is not part of their powers, but they don't understand. And they want to find a way to actually show you that there is a little element of crime in what they are handling, which is wrong. But you don't need to go to the police station or the EFCC to go and argue that. Remember, that place, it is not a courtroom. And it won't be funny if you are being dragged out of that place. They can do it. Many of these police officers can do it. I have seen that happening to someone. So you don't go to any police station to go and say, my client is here. Why will you arrest my client for more than 48 hours? And this is not a capital offense. This particular thing you're doing, it is not within your powers. Police are for this and for that. You don't need to do that. You need to be very diplomatic, and that is why I called what I'll be sharing with you gimmicks. Okay, so the first thing is you meet with them IPO, the person who is in charge, and talk to him humbly, like, okay, my name is Barrister so and so. My name is Barrister. Most time I'll just tell them my name is Damilola. I am a lawyer, and I am ABC's lawyer. Can you kindly brief me what actually transpired? Oftentimes they be like, hey, go and meet your client now. You just tell them that, well, I have been able to hear from him, but I just feel maybe it will be a different thing. And then they will ask you, okay, what did you tell you and all of that. And most time they will explain, they will explain to you. But just make sure that while you're doing all of this, be humble. Be humble. The consequence of you not being humble when you're there, or of you not being diplomatic when you're there, is that you'll get a client's bill, but you won't get it that day. It may be 3 weeks, it may be 1 week. And if you want to go to court to go and file enforcement of fundamental rights, you will prepare the process. At least that will take you, like, let's say 2 days. You will file. After filing, you wait for it to be assigned to a court. When the matter is being assigned, you have to get a date. All that can take you 2 3 weeks, even 1 month sometimes. So imagine see having your client there, or probably the person maybe after 5 days will now release the person. And that way, do you think your client will be happy with you if they are to engage another lawyer who just come there, being diplomatic and get the clients, your client, out of that place? You know, I feel in a way that you must have that client will definitely not come back to you for even other briefs. So that is why it is important for you to just forget about your law and just go there. Okay, so meet with the high PO and talk politely, and after that, make friends with them. These I said these are gimmicks, they are no procedures. Okay, so make friends with them. If you're having a conversation, don't smile. Oftentimes, I'll even tell them like, we lawyers and police, we are doing this job together. I'm also of the opinion that when this and that is happening, it is right for them to be you just try and encourage them, at least in the part that you feel it is within the ambit of the law, that this is how they are meant to do things. Okay, but you're not to go there to argue with them. I've mentioned that earlier. So make friends with them. If they're having conversations, even the one that doesn't concern you, okay, you can in a way politely join that conversation and add your 2 cents, like your own opinion to that conversation. That way you are just trying to familiarize yourself with them. Okay, and I think this is the third point now. If it happens that one of them is your tribal person, okay, try and speak your dialect with that person. It also help. It has been helpful a lot, though not at the EFCs. Okay, yeah, yeah. Do I have, yeah, just one person at the EFCs that have in Abuja here that actually there's my tribal person, and it's actually work. But when you're down at the police station, you see a lot of Yorubas there. So speak dialect to that person and all of that. So, and ask the IPO that you actually want to get secure your clients. But they were like, I don't want to really say this on air, but I feel a lot of us also know. So sometimes you hear something like, and go and bring to some amount of money and all of that. Be like, okay, no problem. Just give us the bail condition, and even if you don't have that money, that is part of you being diplomatic. You will definitely get what you want if you can be humble and if you can be diplomatic with them. You can always get what you want, even if you don't have what the demand may be. Okay, so once you do that, when the bail condition is being given to you, if they are stringent, still humbly talk to the high PO. This is stringent. Be like, no problem. We'll meet in court and all of that. That is their usual reaction. But tell them like, even if you go to court, oh, if bail condition is stringent, there is a way we can file for the bail conditions to be reviewed and all of that. So still plead with them. We don't have this, we don't have that. Don't worry, this is my client, is a good client of the office. The person will come back. But make sure that any promise you're making to them, make sure you're not making such as to you trying to shorten the person. Please don't do that. Don't ever accept that that person is a family member. This family member I'm talking about should be maybe your not your extended family member. Well, it all depends on you, but my point is any time you want to stand as a surety for someone, it should be a family member. I think that is the only exemption of when I feel a lawyer should be. The exemption I formed for myself anyway, that's when a lawyer should stand as a surety for someone. So that is basically the gimmicks I have. So I actually noted them here as well. So just make sure there is no particular way about it, but what is important is be diplomatic. Don't argue with them. Be humble, like just make friends with them. That is basically what I can say, and that way you can even have their numbers. And I have a couple of their numbers now. Like if I have a particular matter at a particular station and I have the person number, I can always put a phone call like, okay, that person is my person, what is happening, I am not so free to come now, but I'm sending somebody, I will sending a colleague there, please help us and all of that. So that is basically all I have, the gimmicks I have for you in this video. I hope this video educates you. Please do not forget to like, share, and drop a comment in the comment section. My email address will as well be in the description box if you have further questions to ask me. Thank you so much, and I will see you in another video.